Well, good morning. So I decided, since it was Memorial Weekend, I'm home, I would make a tour of my garden. You can kind of see it's really along the side of my house in the back, so it's not a lot of room, but I have a lot of stuff packed in here. We'll start with strawberries. It's really windy because it's supposed to storm. I have 35 strawberries. I have 25 Ever-Sweet strawberries. Both of these are from Gurney's. I just put them in this year, so I don't think I'll get much. And then I have 10 of the giant strawberries from Gurney's. They came as bare roots, and I only planted them a couple months ago, so I don't expect them to. Then we have a couple more on the other side over here. So we have a strawberry right in there. So they're growing. This is my corn and beans. I have 4 green bean plants, which is actually starting to get a bunch of green beans. They're starting to peel off. I've gotten a couple of them a day now. And then this is also where my corn is. So the green beans are under the corn. And there are 10, 15 plants so far. Every couple weeks I'm adding another row that I'll hopefully have it over a couple weeks in the late summer, fall. There's also potatoes that are growing in here because I had extra potatoes. The corn is Silver Queen. I put organic corn seeds in. I don't mind the treated ones, but because it's a raised bed, I thought I'd just do organic. And then 100% germination. 3 big ones are actually left over from last year, so I don't actually remember what they are. And then the potatoes are starting to get pretty big. They're taking over, and there was just 3 potato plants over there I had left over, so I planted them. Here's the blackberries. They're getting real close. Some of them are turning red. There's lots of them. We're slowly coming along. Lots of berries. This is probably the most berries I've ever had, and they're still flowering, so we're still getting some flowers. And so it's still producing. See, some of them are nice and red. Some of them are almost close. I actually had one yesterday, so they're getting ready. Then over here we have raspberries. I don't actually remember what kind they are, but they've started to take off. The shoots have gotten real big in the last couple weeks, so they were kind of going slow, but they're taking off. All right, here's the tomatoes. We've got Bronze Torch over here. Grew these last year. They're small little cherry tomatoes. They eat pretty well. They're just quick to eat. I've put them on trellises, and these little white clips that you just put on them holds them up tight. And then over here we have a big beef hybrid, and they're coming in, so we're getting real, not much longer, and they'll be ready. I think these ones are going to grow really big though, so we'll see how long they take. Basil's growing, and over here we have cantaloupe and lettuce. So those are coming along. Actually, the lettuces are starting to come up. I just planted those not long ago. Over here is all my rhubarb. The big one in the middle is from Lowe's. I planted that last year, and it just kind of came back. I didn't think it would. And then the other ones are Canada Red, Crimson Red, and Victoria. And I got all those from Gurney's, and they were bare roots, and so, or bulbs, I guess. I planted them in March, April, and all 3 have popped up. I didn't know if they would. Don't know how well rhubarb grows in the south. I've labeled them and we'll see which ones come back better, but they actually are doing pretty well. And if one does better than the others, I'll just replant it with those. We don't have a lot of cold here, so usually I think they're colder weather. I think that's a random raspberry growing in the middle. I might have bought one year and planted it there and just forgot. Wasn't there a couple months ago. So yes, I'm kind of excited to see what the rhubarb will do, since that's all new to me. These are legacy blueberries. These ones are new. Actually, I just ordered these this year from Fast Growing Trees, and it's got tons of berries. This one, I don't remember what these, I think these are some high bush berries, lots of berries. There's lots of berries all along here. We're getting real close to being able to pick. This is my Concord grape. It goes up, I built this trellis above my blueberries. So it goes all the way across. And leaves are nice and big. I had lots of grapes last year, so I'm hoping, I don't see any flowers yet, but I'm hoping it'll keep going. And this is the Razzmatazz muscadine. It's full of clusters. And for the last 2 years I've had it, but I didn't get any clusters on it, so I'm really excited that that's actually going to do something. Hopefully they'll keep growing. My wildflowers need some water. And these are my potatoes. I've never used grow bags. On the wood are sweet potatoes, and on the grass are Covington potatoes and Yukon Gold potatoes. They're probably getting towards being ready because they're getting really big. But I don't really know. I've been just reading. I guess I have to wait for the leaves to die off. Then I'll probably do one at a time, see what's inside. I've been adding dirt to them to help hopefully grow more potatoes because the bags were not as big as I thought. And hopefully they're just creating. This is a lime. It had a bunch of flowers, but I don't think it's going to produce any. They've all kind of dried off and fallen off, I think. Yeah, so there. We'll wait till next time. Here's the Meyer lemon. This is the one that's produced the most. We picked our first lemon off of it this week. It had taken 12 months. And now it's fully flowering again. And it already has probably 10 lemons on it from when it flowered a couple months ago. So I don't know if it should be flowering again. But it's got lemons all the way around. And it's got flowers all the way around. Here is the Hass avocado. It had these big leaves when it was shipped to us. It came from California. All the leaves fell off in the transition. But 3 weeks later, or a month later, all the leaves have regrown. So it is fully leafed. Probably need to move it. It's hitting the top of my porch trellis, but it's fully leafed, coming back, which is exciting. We've never had an avocado grow. We had one tree and it died. With the warranty, they sent us a new one. So shout out to Fast Growing Trees, doing a good job there, fixing apparently something I did wrong. And then these are just for fun. Here's a vanilla bean plant. Sounds like I'll never get anything from it. Might take many years, but just thought it was fun. Then a coffee arabica, I think, or something. We've had that for a year. It was inside next to a wall and it didn't do well. Brought it outside, but it's getting new growth since we brought it outside. So that's good. But yeah, it's trying to revitalize it, but it has new growth, so hopefully that's helping. So thanks. That's my quick little tour of my garden now that I'm getting old and making garden videos for the 1 to 2 people who have watched them. Thank you. Have a great Memorial Day.